Animal Well is a very unique game in the fact that it's a Metroidvania with no combat. It's a horror game which isn't scary in a conventional way. A puzzle game where you don't have to look up all the puzzles online because they're too hard. But even with all of this, all of it just works. Stay with me now. The game is genuinely unlike anything I've ever played, and that's why it's so great, because it's something genuinely new. And I know that I've spoken about something being new, like with Helldivers 2 back when that video came out for me, but this is genuinely something I don't think I've ever seen before. And a lot of it is due to the fact that it was a passion project made by one person, being Billy Basso. Billy Basso? Oh, for fuck's sake, not this again. Billy Basso was the man that developed this game, and he has been working on it since 2017. And another reason why this game is so amazing is that Billy actually coded everything for the game, including the game's engine that it runs on. The game was eventually picked up by
Funny Man Video Game Donkey
in his publishing company Big Mode that he had pretty much just established or just announced. And Video Game Donkey himself said that he would only pick to publish games that he thought genuinely had potential and looked really good. And he was completely right to publish this game. Oh my god, it's amazing. I'm going to try and avoid spoilers once again because I feel like it would be a shame to spoil this game because there's so much content and so many secrets. You know what, I'll just get into it. Animal Well essentially begins with you breaking out of this pod, walking around for a bit, with the game teaching you a few things, like how to jump and then how to use the pulleys to lower and raise platforms. And then eventually you get out, get to this middle room with a load of creepy ass, weird ass statues, and then you're off, and there's no hand holding from there on out. You just do what you want to do. And while there are many amazing things about the game, one of the biggest ones is how experimentative it is. For example, one of the items in this game is a bubble wand, and you basically blow bubbles, jump on them, and then jump off the bubbles onto a higher platform, pretty much to just gain some height. I saw these things in the bottom left of the map, and I had no idea what they did at all, and I tried loads of things and I couldn't figure out what to do. Eventually, I blew a bubble, and it sucked the bubble in, and it stayed in its mouth. And I thought, what's going on here? And then I jumped inside the bubble, and then I was like, okay, I see what's going on here now. And from then on out, I knew what those were used for. And I basically just completed that puzzle by experimentation. That is how you do a puzzle in a video game. And speaking about the items, there's so many things that you can do with these items, and I'll just list a few. I won't say all the items, but I'll say like the main one. The yo-yo is the first proper item I got, and the yo-yo's primary use is basically to throw it down a hole that you can't reach, and then press a button at the right angle. And that's how you're taught to use it. But then there was a point in the game where I came to these spikes, and I thought, what do I do here? There's no way I can progress. And then I realised, what if I threw the yo-yo at them? And then I threw the yo-yo at them, and they broke. And that was just from experimentation. And then there was another time where I was stuck on the top of a creature, and it wasn't going the right way. So what did I do? I chucked the yo-yo, and the creature started going the way that the yo-yo was facing. Another item that you use a lot is the disc. And as an example of how cool the puzzles are once again, you'll find the disc in this cat's mouth. But when you take it out, this random other cat spawns, and you'll basically die to it if you don't have something called the mock disc, which you get in a chest a few rooms away from that. And so if you get the disc and then put the mock disc in the cat statue, then you get to keep the disc without the cat chasing you. However, you'll get to a point in the game where you need to get a special item, but you can't get that without the mock disc going into the shrine. So, you have to go back down, get the mock disc, and then trek halfway across the map with this creepy ass, weird ass cat chasing you, and put the mock disc in the shrine. And this is all just through exploration and stuff that I found out. Eventually, when you do have the disc, it is fun as hell. You can distract dogs so they don't bite you to pieces like they normally do. You can ride the disc to different areas. The disc can flip switches if thrown at the right angle. And you can also pair the disc with different other items like the yo-yo and how you can jump off the disc and then put the yo-yo downwards to break the spikes underneath you before you land on them. Another very clever feature about the game is the environments. The environments in this game are genuinely stunning. The pixel art combined with the different effects that are layered onto the game looks like actually amazing. For instance, when you blow stuff up, there's this little smoke effect, which isn't much, but it adds to how aesthetically pleasing the game looks. And then the water is like, it just looks so beautiful, it looks amazing. It's got these reflections that come off it. When the drops fall down, you see each individual one hit the water. When you jump in the water yourself, there's a splash. When you throw the yo-yo in the water, there's a big splash. And it just looks just wonderful. It looks so beautiful. The grass just making this crunch sound as you walk past them. And even like the lily pads, as you jump on each one, it just kind of lowers a bit. And then it goes back up when you jump off it again. And the sound effects of these kind of things, paired with the amazing, beautiful aesthetically pleasing world just works so well. It's like you can tell how much passion has gone into this game. Every single room has a different layout, different theme, different puzzles to solve, but they all just look absolutely beautiful and sound absolutely beautiful. But of course, we can't talk about Animal Well without talking about the animals themselves.
What the fuck is that, a fucking cat?
As, you know, it is called Animal Well, so if they didn't have animals, it would probably be very, you know, disappointing. There's animals like dogs, squirrels, a scared bear in a cave, a bat, chameleons, peacocks, and, you know, so much more. I won't list all of them because I feel like it would take a long time to list every single animal in the game. There's that many. And as an example of what some of the animals do, and I guess some of the puzzles that the animals are involved in, we'll start with this one, with the goofy ass ostrich. When you first walk into the room, you'll see it coming at you, poking its head in the ground when you go under it. And then you fall down a hole. And then you start walking through the hole, and you find a button. And then you realise, oh, I'm going to need to press these to open. Oh my fuck! After dying a few times, you'll get all the buttons, and then you just go to the next room. Or there's this one here with the dog. Now let's assess the situation first. We've got a block over on the other side of the room, and there's a pulley on the right. And we know that the pulley will lift the block, but we need to get the dog out of the way first. So, we throw the frisbee to distract the dog, we go down to the pulley, pull the pulley, and then we go past the block and go up the ladder. None of the puzzles from what I've seen are as hard as that you have to look them up. You can always complete them without looking them up if you think hard enough. It's not like some games where the puzzles are literally almost impossible and you have to scour the internet for answers. This game does it perfectly. There are so many more secrets in this game to discover, like the 64 eggs to collect, the K-shards from the kangaroo voiced by Billy Basso himself, fast travel through the flute, and, you know, so much more, but I don't want to spoil it, and I want you guys to experience it for yourselves. Overall, although the game is only like 10 hours long, I think Animal Well is amazing, and I think that everyone should try it, because it's probably everyone's cup of tea, because it's so unique, and it'll appeal to so many people because of that. 9.5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy the video, then why not like and subscribe? It's completely free, so you might as well. I try and upload twice a week on this channel, one video like this, and then kind of one more unscripted video about something in the news about gaming. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.